This moment was completely unexpected, made our hearts race, and successfully made the whole stadium erupt in cheers. Just imagine, Jungkook suddenly made a bold, unscripted move, causing Taehyung to freeze with a tense expression he couldn't hide. Are you curious about what actually happened on stage that night? Hello K-pop lovers! Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel, where we share various heartwarming moments, fascinating stories, and sweet interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook that always make ARMY smile. ARMY, we know how intense the energy is at every BTS concert, but that night there was a different kind of magic in the air. The clear sky and the roar of thousands of glowing ARMY bombs created a deeply emotional atmosphere. Taehyung and Jungkook, two figures with incredible chemistry, performed with explosive passion. They ran from one side of the stage to the other, giving their sweetest smiles to the fans who never stopped chanting their names. Behind those bright smiles and overflowing energy, there was a thick sense of anticipation. It was as if that night was destined to be the silent witness to an iconic moment that ARMY would talk about forever. The loud music pounded, piercing the chest of everyone present, bringing us into an irreplaceable euphoria. No one suspected that amidst the memorized choreography, a sweet yet thrilling surprise was being prepared by our beloved maknae, Jungkook. He was about to make history right there. ARMY, we know how intense the energy is at every BTS concert, but that night there was a different kind of magic in the air. The clear sky and the roar of thousands of glowing ARMY bombs created a deeply emotional atmosphere. Taehyung and Jungkook, two figures with incredible chemistry, performed with explosive passion. They ran from one side of the stage to the other, giving their sweetest smiles to the fans who never stopped chanting their names. Behind those bright smiles and overflowing energy, there was a thick sense of anticipation. It was as if that night was destined to be the silent witness to an iconic moment that ARMY would talk about forever. The loud music pounded, piercing the chest of everyone present, bringing us into an irreplaceable euphoria. No one suspected that amidst the memorized choreography, a sweet yet thrilling surprise was being prepared by our beloved maknae, Jungkook. He was about to make history right there. ARMY, we know how intense the energy is at every BTS concert, but that night there was a different kind of magic in the air. The clear sky and the roar of thousands of glowing ARMY bombs created a deeply emotional atmosphere. Taehyung and Jungkook, two figures with incredible chemistry, performed with explosive passion. They ran from one side of the stage to the other, giving their sweetest smiles to the fans who never stopped chanting their names. Behind those bright smiles and overflowing energy, there was a thick sense of anticipation. It was as if that night was destined to be the silent witness to an iconic moment that ARMY would talk about forever. The loud music pounded, piercing the chest of everyone present, bringing us into an irreplaceable euphoria. No one suspected that amidst the memorized choreography, a sweet yet thrilling surprise was being prepared by our beloved maknae, Jungkook. He was about to make history right there. ARMY, we know how intense the energy is at every BTS concert, but that night there was a different kind of magic in the air. The clear sky and the roar of thousands of glowing ARMY bombs created a deeply emotional atmosphere. Taehyung and Jungkook, two figures with incredible chemistry, performed with explosive passion. They ran from one side of the stage to the other, giving their sweetest smiles to the fans who never stopped chanting their names. Behind those bright smiles and overflowing energy, there was a thick sense of anticipation. It was as if that night was destined to be the silent witness to an iconic moment that ARMY would talk about forever. The loud music pounded, piercing the chest of everyone present, bringing us into an irreplaceable euphoria. No one suspected that amidst the memorized choreography, a sweet yet thrilling surprise was being prepared by our beloved maknae, Jungkook. He was about to make history right there. Despite being in such a tremendously nerve-wracking situation, Taehyung proved his utmost professionalism as a top-tier idol. His beautifully deep baritone voice continued to flow flawlessly through the microphone, not missing a single note, as if he was trying so hard to cover up the overwhelming nervousness that hit him. However, his body language certainly couldn't lie to the audience. His free left hand suddenly came up and tightly gripped Jungkook's waist, an instinctual self-defense reflex that ironically made their positions even closer and practically inseparable. The distance between their faces was now reduced to just a few centimeters, their noses almost touching under the dramatic and dazzling stage lighting. The camera pointed straight at them, capturing that meaningful gaze that exchanged silent messages without any words. The entire stadium really felt like it was going to collapse from ARMY screams. The tension peaked wonderfully. Jungkook's sweet yet delightfully mischievous smile grew even wider when he fully realized that his bold action had successfully left Kim Taehyung completely speechless. Jungkook then leaned his face much closer to Taehyung's ear, and even though no microphone picked up his voice, we could clearly see Jungkook's lips moving, whispering something secret. Whatever sentence Jungkook whispered at that exact moment, the impact was truly instant and magnificent. Taehyung's eyes, which were previously wide open with tension, suddenly narrowed, and his lips curved into his signature adorable boxy smile. His handsome face flushed completely red all the way to his ears, holding back laughter and an unbearable sense of shyness. This whispering interaction in the middle of the huge stage created a tiny little bubble that seemed to be filled only by the two of them, ignoring the fact that tens of thousands of people were staring at them. It was a pure magical sight. After that highly secretive whisper, Jungkook slowly pulled himself away while giving a gentle and protective pat on Taehyung's back, as if warmly encouraging him to smoothly continue the song. He took a few steps back, chuckling softly as he watched his beloved Hyung trying to catch his breath and regain his focus on the performance. Taehyung, with cheeks that were still noticeably flushed, stared at Jungkook's retreating back and then smiled so broadly that his beautiful eyes formed adorable little crescents. He then continued his singing with a newly ignited fiery passion, and his overflowing energy instantly infected the entire stadium, which immediately welcomed him with a super loud and echoing fan chant. That brief moment, which only lasted for a few seconds, easily became the biggest highlight of the concert that night. Fancam recordings from multiple angles flooded social media, dominating global trending topics and leaving fans amazed. Until this very day, that historic moment continues to be replayed over and over again by ARMY, serving as one of the most undeniable proofs of how wonderfully dynamic and honest the bond between Taekook truly is. That night's incident deeply reminds us that no matter how massive the stage they stand on or how many pairs of eyes are closely watching them, Taehyung and Jungkook always find their own unique ways to connect sincerely. They are never afraid to show spontaneous affection that boldly breaks the rigid boundaries of stage professionalism just to provide immense comfort to one another. Jungkook's reckless yet loving action that successfully made Taehyung freeze in tension is a perfect portrait of their true freedom of expression. That is the main reason why we all never get bored of following their precious journey. Every single gaze, gentle touch, and sweet smile between them brings a heartwarming feeling that pierces right into our souls. So ARMY, what do you guys think Jungkook actually whispered into Taehyung's ear that night to make him smile so shyly? Drop your wildest theories in the comments section below, I really want to read them. If you felt the butterflies and loved today's story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the Taekook Diary channel, and share this video with your fellow ARMY friends so they can smile along too. See you in the next Taekook Diary, Borahi.